Urgent Dallas Cowboys fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Alright, folks, today we're diving into some explosive news that has the entire Cowboys nation buzzing. You know, when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys, every offseason brings a mix of anticipation, hope, and a little bit of anxiety, especially when it comes to the roster building process. And right now, there's a lot of chatter about the wide receiver position, a spot that's always critical for the team's success, especially with the star power they have in CeeDee Lamb. But what's really caught everyone's attention recently is the apparent uncertainty surrounding the rest of the receiver room. And let me tell you, it's not what you might think, because, despite the doubts, the Cowboys might just be on the verge of a major move that could reshape their receiving core for the upcoming season. Now, let's set the stage here. The Dallas Cowboys, as we all know, have a superstar in CeeDee Lamb, who has quickly established himself as one of the top wide receivers in the league. This guy is electric: speed, route running, hands, you name it. He's the kind of player you build your passing game around in today's NFL. But beyond Lamb, things get a little murky. The remaining options in the Cowboys receiver room are, to put it mildly, uninspiring. The depth chart after Lamb has been a topic of concern for fans and analysts alike. The Cowboys have tried to address it through the draft, but honestly, the class of wide receivers in this recent draft wasn't exactly loaded with game changers. They picked 9 times, but it's fair to say none of those picks were for the top-tier wideout prospects that could immediately impact the roster. And that's where the surprise kicks in. Despite not selecting a receiver during the draft, the Cowboys are now showing signs that they're actively exploring ways to bolster their receiver core, and one name that keeps popping up is Amari Cooper. Yes, that Amari Cooper, the guy who was traded away to Cleveland after a productive stint with Dallas. It's almost ironic, isn't it? Just a couple of seasons ago, Cooper was a cornerstone of the Cowboys' offense, a reliable target for Dak Prescott, and a player who often made big plays when the team needed it most. And now, with him being a free agent after finishing the season with the Bills following his trade to Cleveland, Dallas is reportedly giving him serious consideration to come back home. This bit of news was reported by Nick Harris from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, and the buzz is that there's building team interest in bringing Cooper back. Now, think about that for a second. The Cowboys, after trading him away for a 5th-round pick and a 6th-round pick swap after the 2021 season, are now potentially looking to re-sign him. It's a full-circle moment, and honestly, it makes a lot of sense. Cooper was a consistent and talented wide receiver who knew how to get open and make tough catches. He's crafty, experienced, and most importantly, he's familiar with the Cowboys' offense and with several key players on the roster, like Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Micah Parsons, who's a game-wrecker on defense but also a leader in the locker room. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking: will Cooper actually sign with Dallas again? That's still up in the air. But the fact that the Cowboys are seriously considering it is telling. Just recently, other veteran receivers have found new homes, which signals that the market is heating up fast. For example, the Steelers signed veteran Robert Woods to a 1-year deal worth $2 million. Woods, who has been a steady presence in the league, adds depth to any receiving core and provides a reliable option in the slot or outside. Meanwhile, Deontay Johnson, another name that was heavily linked to Dallas before the trade deadline, has now agreed to terms with the Cleveland Browns. It seems like the veteran receiver market is moving quickly, and Dallas is right there, waiting for the right opportunity. And let's not forget about Tyler Lockett, a versatile and accomplished wideout who just signed with the Tennessee Titans right before the draft. Lockett's signing was a big move for the Titans, but it also signaled that some of the best veteran options were getting snapped up early. The NFL draft itself wasn't exactly a bumper crop of top-tier receiver prospects. It was a class that lacked the star power we've seen in previous years. That almost justifies Dallas' decision to bypass the position during the draft. They drafted 9 times, but none of those selections were for the wide receiver spot. Still, the team clearly recognizes the urgency to improve that position, especially with the upcoming season just around the corner. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. The remaining big names on the free agent market are Keenan Allen, Nelson Agholor, and Tyler Boyd. Among these, Cooper stands out as the most intriguing candidate for a reunion with Dallas. While Cooper isn't the Pro Bowler he was in his early days, he remains a highly skilled route runner with excellent hands and an understanding of how to create separation against defenders. For Dallas, bringing Cooper back as the WR2 would be a game-changer. Imagine the possibilities: Lamb drawing double coverage, Cooper working the intermediate routes, and the emerging talents like Brandon Cooks or the young receivers in the mix stepping up. It would give Dak Prescott a much-needed veteran presence in the passing game, someone who can be trusted in clutch moments. And don't underestimate how much the locker room would support a Cooper return. This isn't just about talent, it's about chemistry, leadership, and familiarity. Cooper has been part of the Cowboys family before, and his presence could really boost the confidence of the entire offense. The coaching staff, too, knows what he can bring to the table, and given how quickly the veteran market is moving, it's only a matter of time before Dallas makes a decisive move. Now, I want to pause here for a second. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Dallas Cowboys news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. Because, folks, this isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about making a statement. The Cowboys are aware of the window of opportunity they have with this roster. The NFC is competitive, and they need every edge they can get. Adding a veteran like Cooper could tip the scales, especially if they manage to get him at a reasonable price. Looking ahead, it's pretty clear that the Cowboys front office is exploring all options. They're not just sitting back and hoping the draft will solve all their problems. No, they're actively seeking veteran presence and proven production. The signing of Cooper would send a strong message that Dallas is serious about contending, not just for the playoffs but for making a deep run. The chemistry and familiarity would be invaluable, especially in high-pressure games, where experience often makes all the difference. In the bigger picture, this potential reunion also ties into the team's long-term strategy. The Cowboys have a talented roster, but they've lacked that consistent, reliable second option in the passing game that can step up when Lamb is double-teamed or when the game is on the line. Cooper has shown he can be that guy when healthy. His route running is precise, and he's got a knack for making contested catches. Plus, his knowledge of the offense and his comfort level with Dak Prescott could accelerate the team's offensive chemistry right from the start of training camp. And let's not forget about the financial side. Veteran receivers like Cooper won't come cheap, but they also aren't commanding the mega deals of younger stars. If Dallas can strike a deal that's beneficial for both sides, it could end up being one of the best moves of the offseason. The Cowboys have the cap space and the flexibility to make it happen, especially if Cooper is eager to return to a team where he was once a key piece of the puzzle. This story is still unfolding, and honestly, it's one of the most exciting developments for Cowboys fans in recent memory. The idea of Cooper reuniting with Dallas is tantalizing, and it could be the missing piece that elevates their offense to the next level. If the Cowboys do manage to pull this off, it won't just be a splash move, it could be a pivotal moment for their season. Imagine a receiving core that features Lamb, Cooper, and maybe a rising star or two. Suddenly, the offense looks more dynamic and unpredictable. So, what's next? Well, we're all waiting for official confirmation. Will Cooper sign with Dallas? Will the Cowboys make a splash in free agency and land him? It's definitely a story to keep an eye on over the coming days. The veteran receiver market is heating up, and Dallas is right in the thick of it. We'll be here to bring you all the latest updates, analysis, and inside scoops as this story develops. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential reunion? Do you think bringing Cooper back is the right move? Or should the team explore other options? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. We're all in this together, and I can't wait to see how the story unfolds in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Cowboys!